Hey guys, what's up? So, 2025, huh? Seems kind of unreal, doesn't it? Anyway, I thought we'd start off the new year with one of my favorite things to do, which is a good old EDC update. There's gonna be a couple of staples in there that I'm still rocking today, but I do like to change things up from time to time, so there's definitely gonna be some new stuff in there as well. Let's ramble.
Hold up, place go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it wants.
Alright, starting off with the bag I'm currently using on a daily basis. We obviously need something to carry all of our daily items in, and I'm really digging this one because of how stylish it looks while still being super functional as well. This is the 151 Stealth Backpack by Grams28, and I guess it's called that because this thing looks like a very simple, sleek backpack, but it actually doubles as a bit of a camera bag as well. You know, as a content creator, I do carry a camera around most days, and what I like about this bag is that it doesn't scream camera bag. You see, it's got these inserts here that you will typically find in a camera bag. But the rest of the bag is spaced out just like any other backpack, which makes this perfect for everyday use. And of course, it has a laptop compartment in the back as well, which is also padded, and an easy access compartment over here for stuff you want to get to quickly, like your sunglasses, for instance. The front of the bag has this smaller compartment where I'll keep, stuff like my keys and whatnot, which is secured by this aluminum clip. And I think this Italian leather and the aluminum details really make this bag look and feel premium, but not in a super loud way, if that makes any sense. I like that there isn't a ton of branding on this thing. It does look luxurious, but still kind of understated, you know what I mean? Oh, and I also really love that it has this loop here that goes right over the handle of my carry-on luggage. You travelers out there, if you know, you know. Right, so the laptop I actually carry around on a daily basis is still my M3 Max MacBook Pro. I have felt zero need to upgrade to the M4 this year. I spec'd this thing out hard last year, 128 gigabytes of RAM, 8 terabytes of internal SSD storage. This thing still tears through everything. I absolutely love it, and I honestly don't even think I'll be needing to upgrade next year either. There's currently no iPad in my daily carry. iPads are really cool, especially the iPad mini, but if I want to do real work, I always end up reaching for my MacBook, and there's really no point in carrying both in the same backpack on a daily basis. What I do carry around though is 2 phones. And while that might sound like a bit of a contradiction to what I just said, I'm a tech reviewer, so you will typically see me rocking one iPhone, which is over there right now, and one Android phone. The iPhone I carry is the 16 Pro Max. I've gone back and forth between the Pro and the Pro Max in recent years, but I found that the larger size of the 16 Pro Max suits me better for now, especially since I'm not dailying any iPads at the moment. Apple's been a bit boring with the updates lately, but you just can't beat the camera on this thing, especially for video, which is what matters the most to me. The case on this thing is also by Grams28. I do like it a lot, but it's not perfect. I do tend to toss my phone around a bit. I definitely don't baby my phones, and it's starting to show on the case a bit too, especially on the sides. They're not sponsoring this video, by the way, but Grams28 does send out stuff every now and then for me to check out. So yeah, I just thought I'd be transparent about that. With that said, I love the leather case, and these are some of the nicer ones I've used. The Android I'm currently using is the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and I have to say I like this a lot more than the Samsung Z Fold I used last year. The front display on this one actually looks like a regular phone as opposed to the narrow display on the Samsung Fold I reviewed. It was just a little bit too crammed. It just didn't look good. And I know some people prefer One UI on the Samsung phones, but I actually prefer the bare bones Android that you'll find on these Pixel models. These phones are made by Google after all. It just feels less bloated to me. Anyway, I've been using this phone since September, but I haven't done a full review yet, so do let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. Oh, by the way, probably useful to know is that I don't put a case on these things. I quite like how thin these are, so I don't really want to mess that up by putting on a bulky case. So what I did instead was I ordered a skin from D brand to put on the back and the screen protector on the front to, protect it from scratches. I think it's also from D brand. So as some of you know, I'm headed to Las Vegas in a couple of days to attend CES, the largest consumer electronics fair in the world, which I'm super excited about. But being European, I obviously can't use my own SIM there. I mean, I could, but using my own data plan in a different continent would probably bankrupt me on day one. Now, in the past, getting a local SIM was super tedious and annoying. I would have to turn off my data plan as soon as I got on the plane to avoid those crazy roaming charges after I land, meaning I would have to find a Wi-Fi network just to order an Uber into the city. You do not want to get a SIM card from those scammers around the airport, which means I would have to physically make my way to a mobile phone shop in Vegas to get a SIM and a local plan. and only then would I be connected again. You get my point. This is obviously not ideal, especially when you're on a tight schedule and there's a city full of visitors all with the same idea. Today's sponsor, Saily, takes all of that stress off my hands by offering a simple electronic solution that I can actually prep in just a few steps before I even start my trip. All I have to do is download the Saily app onto my phone, select the USA data plan, and use my own coupon code Rambles at checkout to get that sweet 15% discount. Once that's done, I just follow a couple of quick steps to install the eSIM onto my phone and done. Now, the cool thing about this is that my US data plan will automatically be activated after landing, meaning I will have a local data connection the minute I hit the ground, no more looking for Wi-Fi, no annoying trips to the shop. And what's great about Saily eSIMs is that you'll need to install it only once, eliminating the need to install a new SIM every time I have to travel abroad. Saily has different sized affordable data plans, including unlimited data, which is definitely the one I'll get, in over 190 countries. But even if you don't want to get an unlimited plan, you don't have to worry because Saily will send you a notification as soon as you've used over 80% of your data, at which point you can choose to top up your data in just a few clicks. It also has global and regional plans in case you plan to visit several countries in one trip. Works on both iOS and Android, of course, 24/7 chat support, and if it does turn out that your phone is not compatible, you will of course get a full refund. Saily is offering a 15% discount for my viewers on all of their data plans. Just download the Saily app and use the code Rambles at checkout. One thing that has changed is my unboxing knife. In my last couple of EDC videos, you probably saw this little Benchmade mini bug out, and I still use it. I keep it here in the studio. It's still really great. But a while back, WeKnife reached out to me about their Civivi line. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, which is a sub-brand of WeKnife, I believe. And they sent over this Sendy flipper knife. It's a bit more budget friendly, but honestly, it doesn't feel like that at all. It's quite heavy and it feels solid in the hand, a bit heavier than the Benchmade. But what made me fall in love with this is the way it flips open. I mean, look at this. It's the perfect fidget toy. I could literally be doing this all day long. My earbuds stayed the same. I'm still rocking the AirPods Pro 2s, the USB-C version that is, in the same leather case by Woolnut, by the way. And shout out to Woolnut because these things take beating after beating after beating. They're tossed in my gym bag along with my keys, padlocks, you name it, and it still looks like the first day I got it. I started using this thing on the same day the AirPods Pro 2s came out. So yeah, that says a lot about the quality. I have reviewed the newer iPod 4s on the channel as well, in case you're interested, but I keep coming back to these because A, the noise cancellation is just great, and they fit my ears just perfectly. The regular AirPods do fall out of my ears from time to time, especially at the gym. So yeah, for me, these ones with the tips are the way to go. They form a really good seal in my ears, which also helps again with the noise cancellation. Also new are these Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I have used the Meta sunglasses before. Again, review is available on the channel, but I hated the fact that I couldn't use them indoors. Well, I guess I could use them indoors, but I really don't want to be that guy. So I decided to pick up a pair of these transition lenses, and I could not be happier. Clear lenses inside, sunglasses outside, the best of two worlds. What I like about these is that you can just take a quick photo or a video at any given moment. Now, of course, I can use my phone for that too, but sometimes even that takes too long and the moment has passed. Plus, the hands-free thing is just awesome. It also has these really neat features like being able to share a live video with my family, so they can literally see exactly what I see. Really cool when I'm on a business trip and I want to share my surroundings with them, but it's also useful when I'm in the supermarket, for instance, and I don't really know what product Patty needs. I can just show her the aisle and she can tell me. If you haven't tried these, I can definitely recommend. Now, another thing that has changed is my daily watch. Last year, I bought my first luxury watch, a Rolex Submariner. That watch had been a dream of mine for a long time, and when the channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I finally decided to treat myself and get one. Now, the problem with these mechanical watches is that they're highly addictive. So this year, I pulled the trigger on another watch that was very high on my wish list, the Omega Speedmaster Professional. Now, I know Speedmaster purists will tell me I should have gone with the Hezolite version, as that was the original moon watch, you know, the version that astronauts wore to the moon, but I really do prefer the Sapphire version for a couple of reasons. First of all, because it's way more scratch resistant than Hezolite. I'm not one of those people that likes that worn look. I know some of you do. I like to keep my watches looking fresh. And two, and this is probably the more important reason, is that it has this beautiful sapphire back. I don't know if you can see it like this, otherwise I'll throw on some B-roll B-roll, but this is an absolute work of art. I absolutely love looking at it. And you know, I know it's on my wrist most of the day, but when I do take it off, I look at it every single time. I still absolutely love the Submariner, by the way. That didn't change at all, but I keep that more for special occasions, and I like to wear this one daily. It's a little more understated, a little less flashy and bulky. It's got a smaller footprint, so it also wears easier under a shirt or a sweater. Now we got a few small items left. I'm still using my LV pocket organizer. These things are so useful. It just holds a few of my most used cards, and it has some slots over here for a bit of cash or maybe the odd parking receipt or something like that. I don't like to carry around these big bulky wallets, so these things are perfect. Obviously, it doesn't have to be an LV one. You can get these in all kinds of price categories. This one was a bit of a splurge for me. I got my car keys. It has a little clicker on the keychain that actually opens the smart lock to the front door of the studio. And of course, with an AirTag attached to it, I keep AirTags everywhere. Bags, keys, coats, you name it, because trust me, I will lose it. Come to think of it, I actually keep one in my wallet as well. This is actually called an Air Card. It's made by a brand called Rolling Square. Let me hold it up for you guys real quick. So it's basically a flat version of an AirTag, because you know, you can get these wallets that actually fit an AirTag, but then you'll just have this AirTag sticking out, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. This is much more convenient. You can just stick it in your wallet and, you know, treat it like any other card. And of course, we keep a little bit of cologne in the bag as well. You don't want to be smelling like an animal. Oh, and one last thing I do want to mention is this Fujifilm X100 Mark VI. Now, the reason I mentioned this last is because I don't take it with me every day, so I guess it's a someday carry. Very cool camera. It was an absolute pain in the neck to get. They're always sold out for some reason, but I really love this thing. It got me back into photography again a little bit, and I really like the built-in filters, which are essentially emulators of all the iconic old Fujifilm looks. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this little EDC update. If you did, please get one of these, and I'll catch you in the next one.